Most people believe that the more push-ups you do, the more muscle you'll build. But that's a myth that keeps a lot of people stuck. The paradox is simple. Doing less can actually bring better results, as long as it's done the right way. Strange, right? But that's exactly the detail that separates those who've been training for months without progress from those who truly transform their bodies. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and like this video. I fell into that trap myself. There was a time when I bragged about doing 200 push-ups in a single day. But the mirror showed nothing new, and the frustration just kept growing. That's when I realized I was training the wrong way, chasing numbers instead of real progress. And maybe that's exactly what's happening with you right now. Today I'm going to show you in a simple and science-based way what really matters, how many push-ups to do to build muscle mass, how to adjust it to your level, and how to avoid the mistake that holds 90% of people back. Get ready, because this answer might be very different from what you imagined. And precisely for that reason, it could completely change the way you look at training from today on. Few people realize it, but every time your body lowers and rises in a push-up, it's not just your chest that's working. It's like your whole body is sending a silent message. I need to get stronger to handle this again. The interesting thing is that those tiny cracks in the muscle fibers aren't a sign of weakness but of growth. An experienced mentor would say, think of it like renovating a house. You break down the old wall to build a stronger structure. The magic is in that very process of micro tears, which create space for the body to repair and reinforce the muscles. If you look closely, you'll even notice your posture improving because your abs and lower back join in without asking for permission. It's like holding up a wooden plank. If one part gives way, the entire structure loses strength. That's why push-ups shouldn't be seen as just an arm exercise, but as an orchestra where each instrument has its role. When you understand that, it becomes clear why chasing random rep numbers doesn't work. It's like sending 1,000 identical text messages to someone. The quantity doesn't impress, but the consistency and clarity of the signal does. With every push-up, your body gets the instruction to grow as long as the movement is done with focus and control. And this is where many people discover that less can be more. But it's still not enough to solve the big question of how many push-ups are really necessary. This is where a lot of people get lost. After all, what's the ideal number of push-ups? The truth is, there isn't a magic number that works for everyone because a beginner's body doesn't respond the same as someone who's been training for years. Think of a car. There's no point in filling up a small hatchback tank with the fuel of a semi-truck. It's just going to overflow. The same way, doing 200 push-ups right away only brings fatigue and frustration. For beginners, the goal shouldn't be exhaustion, but consistency. If today you can do 10 or 15 clean reps, great. That's a starting point. The secret is to spread those sets throughout the day until you add up to something between 50 and 75 reps. Now, if you can already hit 30 or 40 push-ups with good form, aim for a higher volume, between 75 and 150 total. And the more advanced, those who can do over 50 in a row can push their bodies with 150 to 250 reps, well distributed. This logic turns confusion into clarity. Each level has its own measure, and respecting that limit is what ensures progress without injury. It's like a roadmap. Some are at mile 10, others at mile 50, and each one needs a different amount of fuel to go further. But there's one detail many people ignore. It's not just the quantity that matters, but how each push-up is done. And that's where the difference lies between stagnating and truly growing. There comes a time when the number of reps is deceiving. Many beat their chest saying they did 100 push-ups, but when you look closely, half of them were with sagging hips, elbows flared too wide, and the neck straining. That's not progress, it's an illusion. It's like entering the wrong pin at the ATM 10 times. No matter the insistence, the result never comes. What really builds strength is precision in every movement. Perfect form follows a simple checklist any mentor would insist on repeating. Tight core, body aligned from head to heels, and hands placed just outside shoulder width, keeping the elbows at a 45 degrees angle. Following this standard not only prevents back and shoulder pain, but also speeds up gains because every muscle is activated as it should be. It's like a well-aligned car. It drives smoother, uses less fuel, and goes much farther. Those who learn to value 10 well-executed push-ups discover something powerful. Quality beats quantity. A workout like that is more productive than hundreds of sloppy ones, and it's exactly this shift in mindset that opens the door to the next step. Because after mastering form, the inevitable question arises: how do you keep progressing without falling into the trap of endless repetition? Once form is mastered, it's time to think about progress. But here lies a common mistake. Many believe progress simply means doubling the number of reps day after day, but the body doesn't work that way. Muscle growth needs gradual stimulus, almost like climbing a staircase, step by step, steady, without trying to leap straight to the 10th. This process is called progressive overload, but let's not complicate things. It's basically teaching the body to prepare for something a little harder each week. In practice, this can be done in simple ways. Someone who does 60 total push-ups today can aim for 65 next week. Another option is to shorten rest times between sets, forcing the body to handle more effort in less time. Think of it like training for a run. You can't try to complete a marathon on your first day, but adding 1 kilometer each week will definitely help the body progress without unnecessary strain. Small adjustments create big results when kept with discipline. The secret lies in respecting the body's timing and at the same time not getting comfortable in the safe zone. It's like sharpening a knife. You don't need brute force, but rather to run the blade over the stone multiple times, consistently, until it's perfect. But there's an even more interesting detail. There comes a point when repeating the same thing, even with progression, isn't enough. The body adapts, and that's when the need arises to look for new forms of stimulus. When the body gets used to the same routine, progress slows down. It's like listening to the same song every day. At first it's exciting, but eventually it loses its impact. Push-ups work the same way. That's why varying the stimulus is essential. Elevating your feet on a chair for decline push-ups activates more of the upper chest and shoulders. Diamond push-ups with the hands close together in a triangle shape burn the triceps like few other exercises can. And for those looking for power, plyometric push-ups bring in an extra challenge because they demand explosive strength. That push-up where your hands actually leave the floor for a split second. It's like unlocking a new level in a video game. Each variation gives you new powers, but also requires more technique. The big secret is not to rely only on the traditional repetition, but to have an arsenal of options to avoid plateaus and keep the body always progressing. These variations make training stop being boring and turn it into a real laboratory of experiments. Each change works different muscles, challenges coordination, and keeps motivation high. It's like seasoning food. The dish is the same, but each new spice brings a unique flavor. But there's still one ingredient many forget, and without it, even the best workout can turn into wasted effort. This ingredient is invisible yet essential. A lot of people believe that muscles grow during training, but the truth is very different. They grow during rest. It's in that interval that the body repairs micro tears and strengthens fibers. Ignoring this is like planting a seed and digging it up every day to see if it sprouted. Instead of growing, the plant dies. That's why alternating days of intense effort with days of recovery is just as important as the push-ups themselves. Anyone who has tried training hard every single day knows there comes a point when the body gives out. The joints ache, performance drops, and motivation disappears. The smartest strategy is balance. If you did heavy sets on Monday, on Tuesday, you can go lighter with something like walking, stretching, or even mobility work. It's like giving your body a short vacation to work behind the scenes, strengthening the structure without you noticing. This balance between training and rest is what turns effort into real results. The discipline to stop sometimes is more powerful than the rush to keep going. It's like charging a phone. If you don't give it time to fill up, it will never run at full power. But understanding this still leads to one final reflection. After all, what's the point of so many numbers and techniques if the focus isn't on what really matters? At the end of the day, it's not about collecting hundreds of push-ups like a numbers race. Real progress comes from the combination of quality, progression, and recovery. Those who understand this stop comparing themselves to others and start looking at their own evolution. It's like cultivating a garden. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has more flowers, What matters is if yours are growing stronger each season. That perspective changes everything, because you realize progress isn't immediate, but continuous. Each workout becomes another step on a staircase you don't need to sprint up, just climb with steadiness. The body responds, the mind strengthens, and confidence grows. Over time, what was just an exercise becomes a metaphor for life itself. Consistency beats uncontrolled intensity, and that's exactly what separates those who just train from those who truly transform their bodies. The journey doesn't end here, because there's still so much to explore with complete workouts, variations, and combinations that maximize every result. But before taking the next step, one question remains. Are you ready to take this knowledge beyond push-ups and build a full workout using nothing but your body weight? If this content made sense to you, drop a comment below. How many push-ups can you do in a row today? It could be 5, 20, or 100. What matters is where you want to get from here. Sharing this helps us learn together and keeps motivation alive. Like the video and share it. And if you want to keep progressing, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss the upcoming tips on how to create a complete workout using only body weight, no gym, no expensive equipment, no gimmicks. And turn on the notification bell, because in the next video I'll show you how to transform simple movements into a training program that really works. Click on the video right here, and let's take the next step in your evolution together.